Well, hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as Screen Speak, and in today's video, this happens to be my top 10 worst movies of this year, that being 2025. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alright guys, so we have made it to the end of the year where I get to rank. I am doing a lot of rankings. I'm going to make an honorable mentions tier list video. Stay tuned for that when it comes out. And my top 10 favorite movies of the year. And my top 10 most anticipated movies for next year. But this is my 10 worst movies of the year. I shouldn't call it my top 10, but it's my 10 worst movies. But with that said, we're going to kick it off with number 10, which is Bring Her Back. Now, I struggled with this list to put where to put these movies because I'm like, I don't like any of them. But this one is like, it's fine as a horror movie, but I really dislike the last 15-ish, 20-ish minutes of this movie. Especially the last 10 minutes. Like, I was so confused with this. These are two YouTube directors who did Talk to Me back in 2022, and I love that movie. That movie, Talk to Me, is, I believe, if not in my top 10 horror films of all time. Modern horror films of all time. I mean, it's in my top 10 horror films of all time. I love Talk to Me. I watched it again this October, and I was like, oh, Bring Her Back. Like, cool. Like, I want to see what these YouTubers did. I want to see what these directors could do. And I'm sorry. I wasn't sold on this movie. It had moments of goodness, and I'm jealous of people that like it. It's just, for me, it lost me where they were setting things up, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what? So it really bugged me. This is one, unfortunately, that I was like, I don't want to put it on my worst films of the year. I don't want to put it on my worst films of the year. I don't want to put it on my worst films of the year. But there was so much there that I was like, oh, this is a cool horror film. And I'm like, yep, character work. I see what you're doing. I love that the mom from Paddington was in it. I'm like, cool character work. And the ending just fell apart. I'm like, so, like, the movie's meaningless? Or, like, there was no satisfying resolution. There was no, like, yay, we escaped. We escaped, right? No, it's just like, it's not like even I'm crying that anyone died. I don't even know what happened in the end of this movie. I can't even tell you. Because I watched it and I went, ah. So all of what you just explained to me was for nothing, I guess. Bring Her Back is a waste of time, and I just recommend you don't watch it. Number 9 is... What is number 9? The Smurfs. This is a fun movie. So you might be like, well, why is it on your top 10 worst? This is a fun, dumb movie. I don't understand why they made Smurfs again, but it's stupid. It's stupid. Rihanna as Smurfette is dumb. Like, it's so low on this list because out of these worst, I would watch it at number 9. But it's not anything special. I despise them for making a brother to Gargamel. Listen to me. You can make Smurfs content all day, and you shouldn't. Like, I don't know why they needed to make another one. The cast in here is absurdly nuts. Why they have Alex Winter from Bill and Ted in here. But why they made a brother for Gargamel? Like, okay, no. And he looks douchey. He looks dumb. He looks awful. Like, Gargamel is the proper villain of the Smurfs, and introducing another one, I'm like, what? Alright. But then they're doing, like, an anime fight in the end, they're doing, like, Spider-Verse Dimension stuff, which I can forgive. I think it's creative, because it's been done before, going through dimensions, but I was having fun, and if my future kids turned this on, I wouldn't be mad about it, but there's plenty of other things, like, I believe, isn't it Sony that came from the Emoji Movie? I want to say it is, but I think it might be Sony Pictures, but whatever the case is, this is terrible, like a terrible animated movie, and it's Smurfing awful. So with that said, it comes in at number 9. Number 8 is Snow White. Now you're like, this isn't the worst. You're like, this is like the worst movie of the year. Okay, calm down. This is in my top 10 worst movies of the year, so it's on the list. This one for me, I don't hate Disney live action remakes, but hang on a minute. So next year we get live action Moana, and I am struggling to get on board with that movie because we just got the Hawaiian Lilo and Stitch, and I will talk about that in my honorable mentions video. But I'm questioning the live action Moana. But I'm more excited for Moana than I was for Snow White. Snow White, like, what did you do? I don't have an issue with Rachel Zegler as an actress. I don't have an issue with Gal Gadot as the evil queen, right? Both of them are fine in their performances. I'm not trying to say that Snow White shouldn't be Rachel Zegler. But hang on a minute. What kind of comments is Rachel Zegler making? And then we get these dumb CGI dwarves? Like, not even real people? And I understand, like, Sonic or other creatures like Rocket Raccoon, like, you need, like, those are CGI characters, but they're played by humans. But, like, we're not even, like, what are we doing? And I'm sorry, but the CGI is bad. Not only are the dwarves bad, but everything else is abominable. It's like you took, I don't even know what to say, but at the end when the evil queen is, like, she, like, Thanos snapped away, and she's like, ah! And I'm like, okay, this is terrible. This is terrible. I love Mark Webb, what he did with the 2 Spider-Man movies, the Amazing Spider-Man movies, and this is dreadful. This is not a great live-action remake. It is not. The other thing about it is that when people watch this, they go, just go watch the original one. And this came out like where the time of like How to Train Your Dragon, the live action was trying to get footing, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to work out. So Snow White comes in at number 8. Number 7 is Happy Gilmore 2. Now, I was excited for this one. I was iffy about it because I'm not a big... I should say, I'm trying to get more on board with Netflix because of Stranger Things and because, you know, the whole Warner Brothers deal and all this stuff. Hopefully they can work each other out, help each other out. But I was like, oh boy, Happy Gilmore 2, this isn't going to be good. And because I remember, like, Hubie Halloween came out on Netflix, and I was like, okay, that was kind of slop. And this is legit slop. Like, I love Adam Sandler comedies, and this one for me is like, I heard they're making a Grown Ups 2, and there are just a lot of things. I love Adam Sandler, but just like, I love Click. Click is like a stupid comedy that it's funny, has Adam Sandler moments in there, and just witty dialogue. This is like, hey guys, you know what we should do? We should do a Happy Gilmore 2. Oh yeah, and you know what we should do? And if every single minute sprinkle random celebrity cameos throughout. Post Malone. I don't even know if Post Malone was in there. This guy, and this guy, and this guy. This rapper, and this comedian, and this rapper. And like, what are we doing? Like, oh, this Adam Sandler friend, Steve Buscemi, and Kevin James. I don't even know if they were in there. But this movie sucks. It has nothing to do. It has stuff to do with Happy Gilmore, but it doesn't have anything nice to say. It's a very mean-spirited, hey, let's have Happy Gilmore be drunk. It's like, what? All right, sure, I guess, if you want to do that, but no. So I declare Happy Gilmore 2 in my 7th pick for the worst. Number 6 is The Fountain of Youth. Now, this one's a tough one, because I love the director Guy Ritchie. I love him. I love John Krasinski. I also love, who else is in this cast here? Let me just take a quick peek. Natalie Portman, Donald Gleason. He's in this damn movie. He's in this movie. And Elsa Gonzalez, who I believe isn't she from Fast and the Furious? I love this cast. What this does is it's a little bit tricky for me because the last song in the movie I love, which is a song used from Rick and Morty, not from Rick and Morty. That was a cover in Rick and Morty that I love. It's by Live Forever by Nirvana, I believe, or by Oasis. Not Nirvana, by Oasis. And I love that song, and they did a cover of it in Rick and Morty. And I love that song at the end credits. And it's like a National Treasure Indiana Jones ripoff. And it just feels like, it's not mean-spirited, but it just comes off as like a parody of those two franchises. And maybe this is like a rewatch, maybe, but it just feels like an Apple TV Plus, like it should be like a much higher brow. It just feels like a low common denominator film. And like I said, this is one that I probably rewatch this over Snow White or over Smurfs, but it really just angered me, like, as a film. I'm like, okay, nothing about this is really awesome. It just feels like, okay, it feels like a cast that should have known not to agree to this type of movie. Like, say, you know, this feels like Indiana Jones. You know, this feels like National Treasure. You're just kind of ripping off those two movie franchises. It's like, yeah, you're right, but it exists. It happened anyway, and it kind of makes me sad, especially from the director of Guy Ritchie. If it was anybody else, I probably would give it a pass, and it probably wouldn't even be on this list. But since it's Guy Ritchie, it annoys me, it really disappoints me, and it saddens me, and that's why it's here at number 6 on this list. All right, number 585, 5 golden rings. It's gonna be The Electric State. This is a disaster among disasters. Yikes. What were the Russo brothers thinking? This is like their, third or fourth epic fail since Endgame. They did that one called Cherry with Tom Holland. They did that one called The Gray Man with Ryan Gosling. I think it was Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. Whoo! Didn't they? No, they didn't do Red Notice. They did, this might be their third outing. They did the Extraction one, which I never saw Extraction, but they did this. Oh my, like a $500 million, I don't even know how big the budget was, and like all these like CGI robotic creatures, and Millie Bobby Brown, who I love, Chris Pratt, who I love, and what is this movie? Nobody knows. Mr. Peanut's in there. It's like a global, I understand. I love these post-apocalyptic robotic movies, like robotics, like Pacific Rim, but again, like I said with Happy Gilmore 2, Netflix just, some of the things on Netflix just don't sit right for me. And when the Russo brothers do something gigantic, big budgeted as this, that people just claim to be, it's rotten, nothing good about it. It's like, cool, I'm glad you put it on Netflix, because if this was on the big screen, you would have flopped hard. And this makes me go, I can't wait for Avengers Doomsday, because I'm glad they're back at Marvel, because they need a win. Marvel needs a win, but when people look at this and they go, oh no, Russo brothers, that's not a good thing. And I hope that they can win Marvel over again, because this Electric State, alright, that comes in at number 5. And number 4 is Flight Risk. Coming out in January. New movie by, who is it? Oh, Mel Gibson? Yeah, let's not put that in the poster. Oh, by the way, we should also include, what does that say? It says Mark Wahlberg being bald. What? Alright, cool. Yeah, just what I needed to see in this beginning of January 2025 calendar year. What? And Venom's in it. Yeah, Venom. I actually forget his name. What is his name? Topher Grace? Topher Grace just came to my mind. Topher Grace, who played Venom in Spider-Man 3, is in this movie. God, what a movie. Like, I don't mind Mark Wahlberg and Topher Grace working together, but at least Topher Grace was better in that Predators film. Predators. Flight Risk is like, let's have a movie all about a plane. It's like Speed. It's like the movie Speed, but on a plane. And not that that's bad. They could have made it good. But the dialogue is dumb, and the choices in this movie are dumb. Let's tie Mark Wahlberg up so he can't get out, right? Oh, but I'm going to tell you my secret plan while I'm tied up here. And then, once you let me out, once you untie me for no reason, I'll try to stab you. It's like, what? Alright, just dumb, super dumb stuff. And it's not even rewatchable. It's not even, let's say, oh, you want to watch this, like, stupid movie? It's like Morbius. You want to watch this stupid movie with me and then never watch it again? It's like that. So that Flight Risk comes in at number 4. Number 3, oh god. Number 3 is Him. The movie called Him. Hey, you remember that movie that came out this year that was like sponsored everywhere as this new Jordan Peele movie, but it's not directed by Jordan Peele? It's kind of like The Nightmare Before Christmas that's not actually directed by Tim Burton. My god, this is like a horror film for sports. Oh yeah, but didn't I tell you that only the horror moments are in like the last 10 minutes? Boom, 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 fight, 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 and then we have to reveal that he's been injecting the blood from the bad guy inside of him. It's not even Steph Curry. I forget what the guy's name is. The football player guy, and I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? Like, it's just all name dropped, all exposition dumped in the last 10 minutes. And we're like, what movie have I been watching? That's not how you make a movie. But alright, I guess we're here now, and he just kills a bunch of the people, a bunch of the team, the football team, in the last 10 minutes because they have goat masks on and because he's the greatest of all time, because it's him, because him is the greatest of all time. Yeah, listen to me. The movie Goat that's coming out this coming February, is like, it's not a horror movie, but called Goat, and it's like this animated Sony film, looks so much better than whatever this horror sports movie was, so him comes in at number 3. Yikes! Speaking of yikes, in the Lost Lands, number 2. This is my number 2 spot. George R.R. Martin should never be allowed to make things greenlit again. I don't know what this movie was. I never heard of it. I saw the trailer. I showed it to my dad, and I was like, this looks fun. That was until I saw the end product of the film. And I'm like, oh god, what in fresh hell was this? This movie, George R.R. Martin, you should not have greenlit this at all. This movie is dog poo. It's so superficial, dude. For instance, there's this train sequence. This movie reminded me of Hellboy 2019, but worse. Like, I adore Hellboy 2019, and that's coming from a guy who like likes lots of things. I mean, like I have this worst list here, and you might agree or disagree with this list, but in the Lost Lands is like so bad. There's this train scene that I love train scenes, and it just falls off the cliff. There's this big explosion, and sometimes explosions can be good, and it's just like dust coming at your face. It looks like a 3D effect, but like not in 3D. If you catch my drift, like it's like you're supposed to like, yummy. Did you eat that dust? Because I sure ate the dust. It's like what was flying up on the screen? It's like random crap, almost like Spy Kids 3 effects mixed with Hellboy 2019 level bad CGI. But I still love Hellboy 2019. So that's, and I also like Spy Kids 3. But this movie is dog crap. I hated it. I watched it for the sake of, what is this movie? And I'm like, oh, well then. That comes in at number 2. But at number 1, can you guys even guess? It's what you're doing right now. It's what you're watching right now. It's War of the Worlds. Do you want me to talk about alien invasions? Do you want me to talk about alien invasions? Because that's what I will do. I'll talk about alien invasions. I am Ice Cube. Do I look like Ice Cube? What? War of the Worlds is a Zoom call for 90 minutes? Yeah, baby! Just what I wanted to watch. Is this the content you subscribed for? To listen to me rant about War of the Worlds? Because this is my favorite movie of the year. No, it's the worst movie of the year. I hated this conundrum. I heard all over the internet like, oh, Ice Cube's in a new movie called War of the Worlds. And I'm like, let me go watch it. And I just heard so many bad things. I'm like, oh my god. And not only, there's movies where they've done this before, like you're like on a Zoom call, like there's like there's a movie called Missing, a movie called Searching, where they have like the same type of style of it. It's like a Zoom call, it's like a social media movie. But this movie, like the dialogue is bad. We're just looking at Ice Cube's face and like, oh, like it's like it's like the same expression. Like they just copy and paste expressions, and then they reveal that his son is behind something, and he has to do like drone work. And the way that like the technology is used wouldn't really happen. And then he's like cutting down like security. He's like cutting down like government security like footage and all this sort of stuff. Like how does he? A, how does he have the clearance to do this? B, how would this ever work? How would this work at all? So this movie is not good. It is the worst movie of the year, and probably could go down to say as one of the be in the top 10 worst movies ever in history. Like I would probably I would watch Morbius over War of the Worlds. But yeah, guys, that is going to be my top 10 worst movies, or my 10 worst movies of the year 2025. Let me know what you thought of this list in the comment section below. If you agree with this list, do you agree with these picks? Do you not agree with these picks? This list is subjective, so let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. And stay tuned because I got my top 10 best favorite movies of this year coming out. My most anticipated top 10 most anticipated list for next year, and my honorable mentions tier list video. So stay tuned for all of those videos coming soon. And what's coming up the rest of the year, Stranger Things, whatever may or may not already be out. But don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Actually, no, Stranger Things is coming out after that, so it's coming out next year. So don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm, lost screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.